You wake up. It's another South African morning. The sunlight is bright, the streets already humming, but your chest feels heavy. You scroll through WhatsApp. One message warns of a police raid in a neighboring neighborhood. Another shares footage of a shop being vandalized. The news is no better. Yet another debate about foreigners. Yet another leader pointing fingers at immigrants for unemployment, drugs, or crime. You pause, take a deep breath, and whisper, "Let today be calm." But the truth is, as a Nigerian in South Africa, calm is always temporary. You're not just living, you're surviving. A landscape where suspicion and tension never truly rest. And sometimes, it really, truly sucks. If there's one word that shapes your life here, it's xenophobia. The fear isn't abstract, it's lived. Every Nigerian in South Africa has a story. Shops burned down in riots, friends attacked on the street, neighbors forced out overnight. The timeline of violence is carved into memory. In 2008, more than 60 people killed in xenophobic riots, thousands displaced. Also in 2015, at least 7 killed, hundreds of foreign-owned shops looted in Durban and Johannesburg. And in 2017, violence in Pretoria and Johannesburg, with Nigerian businesses specifically targeted. Finally, in 2019, riots in Johannesburg left at least 12 dead and 640 arrested, mostly involving attacks on immigrant-owned shops. The rhetoric is chilling. Foreigners are taking our jobs. Nigerians bring drugs. Outsiders are the problem. You carry that stigma every day. Even when the violence subsides, the distrust lingers, in side glances, in offhand comments, in the knowledge that things could flare up again at any moment. It's a fragile peace built on uneasy tolerance. You don't just face violence, you face erasure of identity. To many South Africans, Nigerian equals scammer, drug dealer, pimp. Police raids often highlight foreign drug syndicates, and Nigerians become the face of it in the media. Even if you're a doctor, engineer, or student, suspicion follows. Landlords hesitate to rent when they hear your accent. Families whisper warnings, "Be careful of Nigerian men." It doesn't matter if you're law-abiding, the stereotype sticks. It's exhausting to fight every day to prove you're not a caricature. If the streets aren't hostile enough, the authorities often make it worse. Police raids target immigrant-heavy neighborhoods, sweeping up both legal and undocumented people alike. In 2019, Nigeria's Consul General in Johannesburg reported that over 100 Nigerians were wrongfully arrested in one sweep. Valid permits often don't protect you. Bribes are expected. Intimidation is common. You're guilty until proven innocent, and innocence doesn't guarantee safety. In some cases, Nigerians have died during encounters with police or in custody, fueling anger but rarely justice. You came to South Africa with hope, a chance at work, study, or building a business. But the reality is harsh. South Africa's unemployment rate hovers around 32% 2023, and youth unemployment is even worse at 61%. Nigerians are locked out of formal opportunities, not only because of scarce jobs, but also due to restrictive immigration policies. Many turn to informal businesses, barbershops, spaza shops, importing goods, or taxi driving. These keep families afloat, but also draw resentment, accusations of stealing jobs or undercutting locals. Without citizenship, there are no safety nets. Every rand is a reminder of how precarious your footing is. Finding a home is another battle. Many landlords openly refuse Nigerians, citing problems or fear of raids. In immigrant-heavy neighborhoods like Hillbrow in Johannesburg or Sunside in Pretoria, you live in constant tension. Rumors can spread fast about drugs, about crime, and ignite violence. Yet these enclaves are also lifelines.
For Nigerian restaurants sell jollof, Churches bring people together. Afrobeat parties pulse late into the night. These spaces give you belonging, but they are fragile sanctuaries. One riot, one police sweep, and everything can unravel. For Nigerian students, the challenges are different but no less real. In 2018, South Africa's Department of Higher Education reported that Nigerians made up a large share of foreign postgraduates, especially in sciences and engineering. Yet higher fees for international students strain families back home. On campus, Nigerians often face subtle hostility, and after graduation, the job market is bleak. Degrees don't guarantee work, especially for immigrants. Many end up underemployed, working jobs far below their qualifications, watching their dreams shrink under paperwork and prejudice. All of this builds a constant, invisible burden.
You live with heightened awareness, checking exits in crowded places, avoiding political conversations, warning your children not to speak pidgin at school. Anxiety becomes a companion, and hope feels like rebellion. You ask yourself, am I really welcome here? Is this what I left home for? In 2019, Nigeria's government even evacuated over 600 citizens from South Africa after xenophobic attacks. That option exists for some, but many stay. They've invested too much to leave, or simply have nowhere else to go. Ironically, some struggles mirror home. Corruption doesn't vanish just because you crossed borders. Police shakedowns, red tape that punishes foreigners, politicians scapegoating immigrants. It feels familiar. The difference is, here you're not only battling the system, but also the perception of being an intruder. You're fighting two wars, one against poverty and bureaucracy, the other against xenophobia and prejudice. And yet, Nigerians persist.
Communities band together, pooling money for newcomers, protecting each other during raids, rebuilding after attacks. Nigerian-owned businesses, restaurants in Johannesburg, logistics firms in Pretoria, Afrobeat clubs in Cape Town thrive despite hostility. Churches ring loud with gospel, a reminder that faith is a survival tool as much as spirituality. In every corner of South Africa, you find Nigerians carving space where they can, hustling, laughing, and refusing to disappear. There's resilience in every plate of suya sold, every degree earned, every business rebuilt after looting. It's survival, but it's also defiance. It sucks to be Nigerian in South Africa. There's no glossing over it. You face xenophobia, stereotypes, economic exclusion, housing discrimination, and police harassment. You live with the constant reminder that you are an outsider. And yet, in that struggle, you also find solidarity. Nigerians here create culture, community, and joy that shine even in hostile spaces. It's a paradox. Unwanted, yet indispensable. Feared, yet admired. Marginalized, yet unbreakable. So the question remains, what's the hardest part of being a Nigerian in South Africa for you? And what keeps you going despite it all? Share your truth, because this story isn't just individual. It's collective, heavy, but carried together.